Hello everybody, welcome back to Elder Scrolls Online. Today I'm going to just go over some of the things that I do to help boost my leveling in jewelry crafting. There are some things that you can do to help you gain experience faster than others. What we have for experience in crafting in general is a commodity called inspiration, and there are a couple things that you can do to help increase the inspiration. This is the thing that you use to level any crafting skill. So what I have been doing for the last week is I have employed all of my characters, all 9 characters, into doing crafting writs. This will gain an inspiration boost and reward you with materials and pieces of jewelry. And I've used this trunk to fill everything except for 2. There's a couple other things I have going on here for collectibles. But I have basically been using this chest and I've filled it with jewelry, crafting writs, anything that I can use for the jewelry researching and collecting. The only 2 things that I have in here that are not of that nature are going to be these 2 things that I'm working on to get the collectibles from the public dungeons. I'm not quite there yet. So what I can do with this storage is dump everything in here that all of my characters have been getting from the crafting writs. And you can see in your crafting skill how much you need to get to the next level. Now I'm up to level 7 already, and I still have a long way to go because there are 50 levels to this. I have basically been saving up all of these items so that I can use them to increase my inspiration. Now some of the rewards, they're random because sometimes you'll get a pewter necklace. Now this intricate trait here, as you can see, increases inspiration gained from deconstruction of this item by 300%. Now that is on a pewter ring of level 1. Sometimes I get a platinum ring for a level 160. And sometimes I get a copper necklace from the rewards, which was level 44, which was the character level. So as you can see, the rewards are pretty random. All of these are the white rewards that I get out of the crafting writ surveys, or crafting writ rewards. Sometimes I get these things here that don't have a mark next to them are things that I already know the trait to, and I can deconstruct these. Now you get lots of inspiration from deconstructing rings and jewelry, but the higher quality it is, the more inspiration you're going to get. So that's why I've stuck everything in here. If it's blue, if it's green, if I had any purple, I would have put that in here too, because if I don't need it for any other reason, then I'm going to deconstruct it. These items here I have locked because I had bought these off of the marketplace. As you can see from the numbers here on my master merchant, these are quite expensive. And I did buy, this one doesn't have a number, but they are expensive. I spent about 34,000 gold buying this bloodthirsty trait ring, because these here, the bloodthirsty and the triune, are coming from activities that I don't normally do. So one would be battlegrounds, the other would be Cyrodiil or trials, and then this one is the reward for completing the Sijic Guild quest line. And then once I complete the main quest line, I will get a ring to get the protective trait. So these things I don't want to deconstruct, and I don't want to, but I do want to research. So the other things you get from the crafting writs are the ornate style. Now these basically sell for more. They aren't going to necessarily give you a wonderful XP boost, but you can still deconstruct them and get, and I believe you could get some materials, so we can look at that when I get to the crafting station. So for right now, I'm going to grab up all of these ones that have the intricate style item, and I'll be taking them to the crafting station to deconstruct, and we'll see how far I get with that. And then the other thing that I want to point out is there are a couple of boosts you get. One of them is from being an ESO Plus member. So as a ESO Plus member, right down here, you can see that we get a 10% bonus to experience, crafting inspiration, trait research, and gold acquisition. So right here, you can see that at least 2 of these can help your jewelry crafting. So number 1, you get a boost to your crafting inspiration every time you deconstruct something or construct something or refine something. You're going to be gaining inspiration. Trait research, so this timer will be reduced by 10%. So it'll be a slightly shorter time to research things. It still takes a long time. If you're a champion, there are some benefits in the champion point system to crafting. So the number 1 thing here is to go into the green skill tree of the tower and get at least 30 points so that you can have the 20% crafting inspiration boost. Then in the lever, this will benefit your gathering, your resources. So you would definitely want to have at least rank 10 in the lever to get plentiful harvest. And if you can swing it, you can get Master Gatherer, which reduces your gathering time by 50%. That's not going to really increase your level of how much you get, but if you're in competition with other people, and I can tell you right now you are, this will help you grab the items very fast before somebody else can come in and sneak them out from underneath you. That's just a little thing. It's not necessary. If you don't want to put anything else into the lever, at least get 10% for plentiful harvest. And finally, you'll want to get at least 75 in Treasure Hunter, because if you go out and look into treasures chests, this will increase the quality of the items. And the reason why you want to get the treasure chest is because you have a chance of getting jewelry from the treasure chests. And then if you get the Treasure Hunter passive, the jewelry will be a higher quality, and you get more inspiration for deconstructing a higher quality piece of jewelry. So those are the main things in the champion system that I wanted to point out. But at least get that inspiration boost. You can always respec after you're done with your jewelry crafting research. Okay, so on my jewelry crafting skill line, I still have only 78 out of 16,360 that I need to get to the next level. And that will be rank 8, which will allow me to unlock this research timer. So this will reduce the research times by 5%, which will be of great help to me. Now, I currently have, I am researching a trait it's going to be another 11 hours for this. I'm working on basically traits that I think that I might use first. So for research timers, they basically double for each new trait that you learn. So what I've done is research the items that I'm pretty sure I'm going to use and sort of prioritize the traits that you want. So if you know that you want bloodthirsty, then you should probably start with that one. If you know that you want infused, then you should start with that one. So the first ones that you learn are going to take maybe less than a day or a day. But now I'm starting to get into a little bit more than a day on the fourth trait. And even if you don't need all of the traits, you should still learn them, but save the ones that you're really not going to use for very, very last, because they're going to take about 21 days. And unless you buy the skulls from the crown store, it's not going to go any faster. So save the least desirable for the last, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do now is deconstruct all of the things that I have collected from doing the writs, the daily writs on all my characters for the last several days. These are just the ones that have the intricate trait, so that my inspiration will be gained quite quickly as I deconstruct them. Now, we can see up here in the upper left corner my crafting level. And right now I have 78. So we'll see how much difference there is between. So let's do a platinum. Let's do a pewter first. A pewter necklace. And we'll deconstruct it. So it gave me a little bit. I went from 70, what was it, 78 to 800, so it gave me a little bit. Now if I did a platinum necklace, it's the top level necklace. So remember I'm at 800 now. Let's deconstruct the platinum necklace. That gave me a huge boost. So as you can see, the platinum necklaces are going to give a larger boost than the pewter ones. But I still want to use all of them. Even a copper necklace that I got at level 44. So I have 3,972. Let's do the copper one. And that actually gave me quite a nice boost as well. Now remember, I do have ESO Plus, and I have the 20% champion point boost to inspiration. And these are really nice buffs. These are buffing what I'm getting for deconstruction of these intricate necklaces and rings. So I'm going to go ahead and do all of these right now. Alright, so now I've gotten up to level 9 in my jewelry crafting. I still have a long way to go, but this is the method that I'm using to basically gain that inspiration. I can always go back and grab the other jewelry that I have in my storage bin and deconstruct those. So the next ones I'm going to grab, these are going to be for deconstruction. These are pieces of jewelry that I have located by doing quests, by doing the geysers in Somerset, and picking up off of random monsters. Some of these I've even picked up off of dolmens in other zones. Everything dropping from dolmens is going to be a piece of jewelry of various quality. So you can always go to a dolmen to grab up some jewelry. And of course, the higher the quality, the higher the inspiration you're going to get for deconstructing it. And also the higher the items that you get from it for breaking down the jewelry. So I'm going to grab all of these. There's nothing I need from them right now. There's nothing I need to research, and right now the quality is not something that I'm going to be using. So under my skill, I'm going to go ahead and put one into this research timer because I really do want to speed up my research timer now. Okay, so now I have items that I'm just going to deconstruct, and hopefully I'll get a nice inspiration boost for it. But I will definitely be getting some materials for it. So we'll see where I am. Right now, I'm at 8,625, and I'm just deconstructing things that have random traits on them that I don't need, item sets that I'm not going to use. You can see that these are selling really nicely too, so even if you're not a jewelry crafter, you can pick these up and sell them in your guild stores for quite a nice little sum of money. Even the basic platinum rings are going for over 1,000 because everybody wants them to deconstruct. So let's go ahead and get started and see how much this gets me for the inspiration. Okay, so now I've gotten up to rank 11 in jewelry crafting, and I can start putting things into this passive. So this will allow me to improve items beyond the white level. I can use the green now. Okay, so now I have the final batch of rings that I've been collecting and jewelry pieces that I've been collecting with crafting writs. These are ornate, and generally these you would just sell to the vendor to get some gold, but I have saved them to do deconstruction with. I am now at jewelry crafting 11. I have 14,879. I need 26,900 to get to the next level. So as you can see, the higher your knowledge is, the more it's going to take to get to the next level. So these are, I'm not expecting to get a lot of materials or inspiration out of these, but I am going to at least see what I can do with it. So I am getting a bit of inspiration for it. Not a lot. No materials. And that's to be expected, but I'm here for the inspiration. Actually, I am getting a little bit of materials. So they're not totally useless. And then I have a couple of things I can refine now. And I really don't get any inspiration for refining. Which is a shame. So, I started out today with a jewelry crafting 7. And with all of the jewelry that I just deconstructed, I got up to level 13. So as you can see, it's going to take a lot of jewelry deconstruction to get there. That is the major way that you're going to level this. So people are running around doing dolmens like crazy and doing crafting rivets like crazy. So that's why I have all of my characters doing crafting writs so that I can get those pieces of jewelry for deconstruction. And it's about I don't know what the chance is, but it seems to be about a 50% chance of getting ornate versus intricate. What you want is intricate. You can also go to a guild store or check your guild bank or check with your guild leader, and you can buy the rings now for the intricate style, or you can get it out of the guild store if your guild master allows it. But you can level this probably in a day. If you have enough money, you could deconstruct a lot of intricate rings in order to get there. So as you can see, having the ESO Plus membership for the inspiration boost of 10% plus the reduction in the research timers is good. So even if you just did it for a month while you're doing this, that would be beneficial. Obviously, having a champion who can put in 30 points to the tower for the inspiration boost of 20% is also going to be worth it. So those are my main tips. That's how I'm approaching the jewelry crafting, and also the idea of prioritizing the traits that you know that you want to have. Things that you know other people might want to have, so that if you are going to craft for other people, you know which ones are popular. And it's all going to depend on what kind of activity that you're going to be doing. You know, if you're going to be doing PvP, are you going to be doing trials? Are you going to be doing dungeons? Are you just doing the overland stuff? So think about what you want, because the traits are beneficial for certain activities, and certain activities will get you the jewelry with those traits. So that's basically my tips for jewelry crafting. I hope that you found this helpful. There is a way to get to level 50 very fast, but it's going to cost you gold, and that's all I can say about that. There is no insta jewelry leveling. If you do it my way, you're not going to get there in a day, but you could see that I jumped about 7 levels. So it's not too bad, but it did take me a week of doing jewelry crafting writs every day on 9 characters. That's a lot of logging in and logging out and running back and forth. Fortunately, the jewelry station in Somerset is conveniently located to this apartment, is conveniently located next to the bank, and conveniently located next to the drop-off point for the writs. So you can do it pretty quickly if you base it all this operation out of Eleanor and Somerset. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope you find it helpful. If you have any suggestions that you would like to add, please add them to the comments below the video for other people to read. There may be something that I missed, but this is basically what I have been doing, and this is how I know to do it. So I appreciate your comments, and I will see you later. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this presentation. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, Oma Games. If you would like to see my live streams, please go to twitch.tv and follow Miss Oma. Take care, everybody, and I will see you next time.